The focus today is about the regular practice, really. I have another example of my student Dasha. I think you might have heard me speaking about her before, but Dasha she had a few problems. She didn't have enough time, and she didn't have enough money, and she didn't have regular speaking practice. Now, her goal was to move to another country, study, and then work in another country. And actually, it turns out that's what she did. So, how did she do it? So, what we did is Dasha and I created this situation where she had a flexible schedule. She practiced regular speaking. She practiced speaking regularly, and she didn't have much money as well. So, what we did is we created this situation where she could be in a speaking group which had regular speaking practice. I taught her the grammar in the lessons, and then she practiced with friends and family. Dasha was really lucky that she had other people that she could practice with, and they recorded the videos, and then I watched them back, and I told Dasha any mistakes, any changes that she made. So now, yeah, Dasha, she lives in another country. She's just finished university, and she's just about to start a job at a bank in the Netherlands. So Dash is a real life example of somebody who didn't have a lot of money, didn't have a lot of time, wasn't speaking regular, wasn't getting regular speaking practice, and then she changed it, and I changed it with her, and it's changed her life. So that's just two examples. So we have Dasha and Sergey, who are really good examples of people who have changed and transformed their life. Okay, so that's what the focus is. I just want to make sure it's in your guys' heads that to change your life and to get better at English, it's consistent practice, consistent practice. So let's have a look at some grammar. And today we're going to look at something that, like I said earlier, it's not in every language. It's not in every language. And that can make it difficult for some people. I know that in a lot of Slavic languages, we don't have it. So I'm going to share on the screen and let's take a look. So the best way I found to teach people a lot of grammar is through timelines. And I'm going to be asking you guys some questions. So be ready, stay focused, and ready to type your answers into the chat. So today we're going to look at everybody's favorite subject, present perfect. And what we will actually do is we will look at the most difficult part of it, which is present perfect versus past simple. So like I said, let's go straight into this and we'll look at the timelines. We'll do some exercises together and then I'll just show you how you can, well, the examples I give you will be business examples. So you can see how you can put this into your career, into your traveling, into your studies, whatever you need it for. So let's go for our first timeline. So I'm going to say, and this is probably something that everybody here knows already. Let's say I finished the project last night. I finished the project last night. So, and sorry guys, just some more people are joining and I'm letting them in. Okay, I finished the project last night. So, if we look at a timeline, we all know that this timeline here is past simple, like that. This is a past simple timeline. And we'll call this past simple 1, past simple 1. Now, what are the rules here? Happened in the past, when is important. When is important. That is a really important thing to remember. Now, and we'll look at the comparison soon. So happened in the past, when is important. Then let's go and look at our second past simple timeline. Now, most people here probably didn't know that there are two past simple timelines. And an example is this. I worked on the project for 2 hours last night. And this timeline looks like this. And I know that you guys love my beautiful timelines. Everyone's told me before. So went like this. It lasted for 2 hours and then it stopped. Now, people say to me, like, hang on, this is past continuous. No, it's not. It's past simple. And here the rules are it happened in the past when is important, and we say for how long it lasted. And also, we should say it's finished. That's an important thing to remember. It's finished. Another example, because maybe this is new for some people, I will say I walked in the park for 3 hours last Sunday. Okay, so now we know we have two past simple timelines. We have the first one, it happened in the past. We should say it's finished, but everybody knows it's finished. It's obvious. And when is important? When it is last night in this situation. Then timeline 2 for past simple, happened in the past, it's finished. When is important, and we say for not hour, but for how long it lasted. And the time here is last Sunday. It's important for the listener to know that. You want them to know when it happened. Okay, so that's past simple. Now let's look at this next timeline. I'm just going to let one other person in, guys. Just give me 2 seconds. Okay, so somebody said, what's the difference between past continuous and past simple? We don't have enough time. That's too big for today, but I will clarify that in the future for people. So we'll probably do another session when we go through that, when we look at the difference between continuous and past simple. But just today, we're focused on present perfect and past simple. And if you want to, just send me a message on Telegram or Instagram afterwards, and I can talk a little bit about that with you. Okay, so let's have a look over here. So with present perfect, it has many uses, and I know, like I've said twice already, it's not in some other languages. Let's have a look. Present perfect, timeline 1. Now, this timeline, I can say I have been to Japan. Let's say I have been to Spain. Let's just go, I have been to Spain. Nice simple example here. Okay, and the timeline looks like this. So it happened in the past, but when is not important. We don't care when, and we don't actually know when. The listener doesn't know when, and we don't need them to know in this situation. So I'm going to put a question mark. And the rules are, it happened in the past, it's finished, when is not important. And let me just make some room over here. I'm hoping we can move this all over a bit. Is that going to work? Okay, I don't think we can do it, but I think you guys can see that there. So that's the difference between past simple timeline 1 and present perfect timeline 1. As with past simple, when is important, but with present perfect, when is not important. And I'll tell you why. If I say to you, I have been to Spain, what can we talk about? Can we talk about the prices of hotels? Probably. Can we talk about Spanish culture? Probably. The food. We can probably talk about the weather. We can probably talk about the people. So it's not important for you if I went to Spain 2 months ago or 5 years ago. The only important thing is that we can have a conversation about Spain. So that's present perfect timeline 1. And guys, I know that I'm talking for a long time here, so thank you for listening. Thank you for staying focused. Then let's have a look at present perfect 2. And actually, this is my favorite timeline and my favorite use of present perfect. So I can say, I have worked here for 2 years. And this timeline looks like this. So it started in the past, it's happening now, and future probably. Future probably. So let's go. It happened, it started in the past, it's happening now, and we'll say future probably. Now, why do we say future probably? So in my example, I have worked here for 2 years. It started 2 years ago. It's happening now. And we say probably because maybe tonight I will get home and decide that I don't want to work here anymore and tell them that I'm not going to come back. So it's unlikely, but it's also, it can happen. So just remember that future probably. Okay, so thank you for listening. That's our 4 timelines. And I wanted to focus on this today because I know that it's difficult to get your head around, to process, to understand present perfect. All right, so now I'm going to get you guys to give me some answers. We'll call this, so let's call past simple 1 is timeline, let's go timeline A. Then past simple 2 is timeline B. Present perfect 1 is C. And I think you guys know what's coming next. Present perfect 2 is D, like that. Okay, so we have A, B, C, and D. Now, I'm going to put a sentence down the bottom here, and I want you guys to type into the chat which timeline it is. Okay, so let's go for this one here. Okay, I worked on my resume for 2 hours last night. I worked on my resume for 2 hours last night. Which timeline is it? Is it A, B, C, or D? A, B, C, or D? Stephanie's put B. Let's get some more answers. Emil's put B. Nice has put B. I think you guys have understood this. Lars has put B as well. Okay, cool. All right, let's B. All right, let's go for another one here. Let's go. I'm going to delete this one, guys. And let's go. Simon hasn't heard from his manager for 3 days. Is it A, B, C, or D? So it started in the past. He hasn't heard from him in the past. Yeah, he hasn't heard from him today. And he's probably not going to hear from them for the next few days, maybe, or the next few minutes at least. Everyone's putting D, Steffi, Lars, Nisa. Okay, cool. Wow, I'm glad that you guys really stay focused because I spoke for a long time. Let's keep going. We'll do 3 more, I think. We'll do 3 more. Let's go. I finished the project yesterday. A, B, C, or D? What is it, guys? Everyone's coming in with A. I think it's A, guys. Nice. Okay, cool. Let's pick 2 more. Pick 2 more. And okay, maybe this one's a bit difficult, but let's try this. Sarah has gone on a business trip to Japan. A, B, C, or D? Okay, we got C, C like the ocean, C like the letter. Yes, Lars, let's Steffi. Okay, cool. So, yeah, because it doesn't matter when Sarah left. Maybe she left 1 hour ago. Maybe she left 2 days ago. It's not important. All we need to know is Sarah has gone on the business trip and maybe she's not in the office now and she might not respond to emails. Maybe she's asleep because she's on the other side of the world. Excellent. And let's just do one more. Let's go this one here. A, B, C, or D? We had a meeting for 3 hours last Friday. Steffi's gone B. Quick fingers from Steffi. Emil's gone B. I hope I'm saying your name right, Emil, by the way. Sorry if it's wrong. You can message me on Instagram afterwards and tell me. Okay, Nice has gone B. Okay, guys. Okay, Lars has gone B. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, cool. So we can see that actually when you look at the timelines, present perfect, it's actually can be quite simple to understand. Quite simple to understand, really. And it's really just about those timelines. Now, what we're going to do is we're just going to play a little game. And we're going to play what we call the famous person guessing game. So I'm going to describe a person. I am going to talk about them using present perfect and past simple. And you need to tell me who this famous person is. And as soon as you know the answer, you can put it into the chat. Okay, so, oh, and by the way, I will use they and them because I don't want you to know if it's a man or a woman. I want it to be more difficult. So we can use they and them to talk about one person when we don't know or we don't want the listener to know that if they're a man or a woman, what their gender is. Okay, so just think about that. I will use they, but I will talk about one person. Okay, here we go. So this person has been famous for nearly 40 years. Nearly 40 years. They started their acting career in the early 90s. They have starred in about 20 films, I think. They have won one Oscar. They won an Oscar in 2016 or 17. It's not the King's Speech guy. It's not Colin Firth. So the clue is this person has won one Oscar and they won their Oscar in 2017. Okay, I'm going to have to give you guys more clues. They have starred in a very famous film about a boat, a very famous boat. They've also been in one. Oh, Steffi. It's not oh, I guess it could be Kate Winslet, but I think Kate Winslet has won more than one Oscar, but I might be wrong. Yeah, Steffi, you're correct. I was talking about Leonardo DiCaprio. Leonardo DiCaprio. Okay. What I think as I want to get like one of you guys to do that same thing. Does anybody want to come on and describe a famous person and using past simple, present perfect, and we will have to guess who it is. If you do wanna come on, just say yes, and I will get you to come on and you can describe this person for us. I will unmute your microphone if you want. Anybody want to? Steffi, I know that you've got great English, but no pressure if you don't want to. That's okay. Does anybody want to do that game that I just did, but you choose? Okay, fair enough. We've got one person, and you can tell me how to pronounce your name. I'm just going to unmute you. That should work. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. How do I say your name? Sorry.
It's Maciej.
Mashi.
Maciej, yeah, it's official, but for friends, it's Maciek.
Magic.
When you say it quickly, it sounds like magic.
Oh, magic. That's what you said. Sorry. Okay, great. So, Maciek, do you want to describe a famous person and we will try to guess?
Yeah, but I'm not sure if he's famous enough.
Can you choose someone who is like quite famous just to make it easier for us? Is that
Um,
okay?
well, let's try, okay?
Okay, let's do this.
That person lived in the 16th century. That person became the head of the church and the country and the land. That person made some wives beheaded.
Hmm.
Uh-huh. And that person had 6 spouses. Spouses. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Yeah, spouses. Yeah. Okay. Guys, so if you know the answer, write it in the chat. Someone said Martin Luther. I don't
Martin
know if
didn't live in 16th century.
yeah, I don't know if he had six wives either.
Yeah.
Who and
But
maybe we can get go on, sorry, go on,
that
Martin.
person had 6 wives, but not at the same time. So it's not like from Dubai or something.
Yeah. So, and maybe we can give them a bit more. Where was this person from and what was their job?
Uh, that person lived in England.
Hmm. Maybe I wonder if people don't know. I guess this person is famous outside of the UK, right?
You know what? I had a very old English teacher in my high school, and she had very weird, peculiar like readings.
Hmm.
And one of those was about that person, and it was like 30 years ago, but I still remember that. So somehow I can say she was a very good teacher.
Okay. I think you're gonna. I know the answer, but I think you're gonna have to tell us, Marchik. Go for it.
So maybe
Who?
you can guess.
It's Henry VIII.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. So yeah, it's Henry VIII. That's a great historical example. Really good. Okay, Marchik, thanks so much. I'm gonna mute your microphone,
Okay.
but if you want to message me on Instagram, whatever, go for it. It's cool. All right. Thanks very much. I'll speak to you in a bit. Okay, guys. Marchik, thanks very much. That was awesome. So yeah, he was describing Henry VIII, who was a king in England. He had six wives, and he, I would say he wasn't a very good king, to be honest. But yeah, if you want to research him, interesting story, but probably not the best guy. All right, cool. So that's it for the grammar today. So yeah, present perfect, past simple. I'm going to take a screenshot of all these diagrams that I've put onto the board. And then if you want it, just message me and I will send you this screenshot. And you can look at the timelines in your own time. And also, I think we've recorded this, so I can send it to you if you want the recording of this lesson too. If you came late, it's not a problem. So yeah, present perfect, past simple, present perfect. People, they do get scared of it, but it's nothing to be scared of. Timelines will help you, and just with consistent, regular speaking practice, you will understand it and you'll be using it in no time. So that's the grammar bit. What I wanted to say is just remind you the things that I spoke about earlier in the session, the importance of regular speaking practice. If we don't get regular speaking practice, we can forget the grammar, we can forget the vocabulary, we can waste time and money because we spend money and time on these lessons, and then 1 month later we can't remember it. So I cannot stress enough how important it is to get regular practice, not just speaking practice, but all skills: speaking, fluency, pronunciation, listening, grammar, everything. Remember the inspirational story about my student Dasha? Didn't have much time, didn't have much money, wasn't getting regular speaking practice, and then we changed it. We changed it. She started practicing regular speaking with her family and friends. They recorded it so I could watch the videos afterwards and correct her changes. She also had lessons with me and she was practicing regular not like sometimes she didn't do it every day. Obviously, every day is great. Sometimes we need a break, but we must have regular, consistent speaking practice. And then what happens? Dasha changed her life. She moved from the country she was born in to a new country. She studied at university in an English speaking university, and now she's just started job at a big corporation. Literally, I think last week it was. So she's the perfect example of why we need regular speaking practice. And that leads me on to the next thing. If you do want to change your life, if you do want to transform your life, and you need to speak English at the highest level for any goal, whether it's business, traveling, playing video games online, whatever it is, it's all valid. Then my community has opened. Today, there's a 20% discount on my community. And also, I'm offering one-to-one mentorship. So the community is for people who don't have a lot of time and they don't have a lot of money, but they want to change their lives and speak English at the highest level. In the community, we have regular speaking practice with me. You also have the opportunity to speak to other people in the community, and you record it, and then I check all the changes, and also I send you the weekly grammar, listening and reading exercises. So yeah, community's open. It's only going to be open for I think a few more days until Monday, but I need to check with my team on that. But we've got a 20% discount, and we're doing one-to-one mentorship. So like I said, if you do want to change your life, you don't have much time and much money, but you do need regular speaking practice, then this is for you. I'm gonna put a link to the community in the chat now. Copy it, go have a look. There's some information on there, and go have a look. And if you have any questions, just message me about anything about the community. Instagram, Telegram, you can all contact me. It's okay. So yeah, that's it. I think those are the final things. So let's just summarize before we go. Regular speaking practice is so important because if we don't do it, we forget everything. And what happens when we forget everything? We can't change our lives like Dasha did. We can't go work in another country, or we can't go to study at university where we need to speak English at the highest level. Then today we looked at the grammar, present perfect, past simple. Those timelines, I've got them. If you want it, or if you want this lesson again, I've recorded it. Just message me and I'll send it to you, no problem. And then finally, community has reopened, 20% discount today, and you get one-to-one mentorship with me, and you get all the other amazing things as well in it. The link's in the chat. Go have a check. And I think that's it, really. I just wanted to say thanks very much. Steffi said, are there weekly sessions by Zoom? Yeah, in the community, there are weekly sessions. So we have a weekly session with me. Then that's like a group session. So we have weekly sessions with me and a few people in the group. We then have the opportunity to organize our own speaking sessions with other people. That's been working really well. That's kind of a new thing that we've been trying, where people practice speaking and then afterwards I watch the videos and change their mistakes, and it's going really well. So you get speaking sessions with me, you get the opportunity to organize your own speaking sessions, which I then check, and you get to basically, we communicate nearly daily or every other day, whatever's best for you, on Telegram voice messages. So there's so much speaking inside the community. It's really good. Let me know if there's any other questions about the community. I just wanted to say thanks very much to everybody. Thanks for coming. Send me a message if you want the screenshots, the videos, and thanks for being awesome students. Yeah, a couple of guys said thanks. Thank you very much for coming. It's really important for me. So thank you. All right. So yeah, go check out the community. Message me if you want any of this content. I'll send it to you, screenshots of recordings, and I'll see you guys soon. All right. Take care, guys. See you later. Let me know if there's any questions about the community. All right. All the best. See you later. Bye.